Hello and welcome to this multimedia training course entitled Project Management Essentials. My name's David and I will be explaining the basic concepts of project management to you with the help of my colleague Jan. The course is based on general project management theory, which is in line with the UK's Association for Project Management's body of knowledge, which we commonly call the BOK. Once you have completed this introductory session, you will be familiar with the structure and content of this course and be able to describe the case study.
Each of the sessions in the course is freestanding, so you can go anywhere in the course at any time. However, as this is an introductory level course, we strongly recommend that you follow each session in order. We will start with defining the differences between projects, programs, portfolios and business as usual, or BAU. We'll follow this with a review of the justification for undertaking projects, which we call the business case. Then we'll move on to look at the 7 planning steps, which you can see here. We start with identifying the scope of the project on step 1, and then define the activities and dependencies between them. At step 3, we move on to discuss the network that we've created, which leads us to estimating and risk. We'll discuss the critical path and its uses at step 5, before adding resources at step 6, and finally confirming a fully resourced schedule at step 7. Having got the schedule agreed with all concerned, we will implement it and discuss the means of monitoring and control we can use to bring it to a successful conclusion, before we finish with an overview of project closure.
We have developed a case study, which provides us with an easy-to-understand example of a simple project, which we'll be using to explain some of the project management concepts. So let's have a quick look at it now. The case study we'll be using is based on a building refurbishment project. Mr. and Mrs. Jones are both in their late 40s and have always wanted to run a small hotel in the heart of rural England. They have recently come into a sizable inheritance of £750,000. They believe that this is enough money for them to pay off their existing mortgage of £100,000 and bring their existing property up to standard so it can be rented out while they purchase and upgrade the new hotel property. They will both give up full-time employment when all the work is completed and they can move into and run the new hotel. They have found a suitable property with 10 bedrooms, lounge bar, dining rooms and private living accommodation for £600,000, but it does require bringing up to modern-day standards. They believe this work will cost a further £150,000, and they propose to take out a business mortgage on the new property to cover the shortfall in funds and leave them with sufficient operating capital to cover the first 12 months. They have asked you to help them manage the project.
There seem to be at least 2 different things going on here. So, is this a project or a program? That's something we're going to look at in our first exercise. And we've looked at the basic definitions of projects, programs and portfolios.
That brings us to the close of this introductory session. You should now be able to describe the course structure and describe the case study. We hope you enjoy the course.